All right, friends, I have another book to share with you about starting kindergarten. Do you know who this is? Yeah, it's our friend Clifford. Clifford goes to kindergarten. That's interesting. And this was the book that I usually get my big Clifford stuffed animal down from where he sits in my classroom. And it starts off with me holding him, and then I pass him to a friend, and we would pass him all around our circle so that everybody would get a chance to hug and hold Clifford during my story. So we didn't get to do that this year, and it makes me really sad, but I still can share the book with you, and that makes me happy. So Clifford Goes to Kindergarten, and this is by Norman Bridwell. He is the author and the illustrator for Clifford books. Hello, my name is Emily Elizabeth, and this is my dog Clifford. I started kindergarten yesterday. At first I was scared, but now I love school. Take a look at Clifford. You think he's smiling? Before school started, my mom read me a book about what my first day of kindergarten would be like. And that's what I'm doing for you. She said I would make lots of new friends and learn all about writing and counting, animals, and my neighborhood. Looks like they're having maybe a picnic lunch outside. That could be fun, huh? We went to see my new school. Clifford stayed outside, but just knowing he was close made me feel better. Why do you think Clifford had to stay outside? I'm sure some of you said because he's so big he wouldn't fit in the school. But we don't let dogs into our school. Not usually. Sometimes for a special show and tell, or if you've got a new dog, we make that exception. But typically, every day we don't let dogs come into our school. That can be a safety problem. We went to see my new school. Oh, I already read you that page. Silly Mrs. Couch, I have to turn the page. We met my teacher, Miss Tate, and she showed us around the classroom. She was very nice. Oh, who was that in the window? Clifford being silly. He's going to keep his eye on Emily Elizabeth, isn't he? We visited the nurse's office. If I ever feel sick, the nurse will be the one to take care of me. And we have a nurse at McKinley. Remember Nurse Smith? She would come in and she checked our hearing and our vision, and anytime you didn't feel good, we took you to see Nurse Smith. Later, we played school in my backyard. I was the teacher, and my mom and Clifford were my students. I tried to be just like Miss Tate. Do some of you like to play school? When I was a little girl, I loved to play school. And I learned from the best. My mom was a teacher. She taught 5th grade. I'm not sure how she did that for 30-some years. So I plan to stick around in preschool. But they're playing school. I still had a few questions for my mom. I asked her what would happen if I missed home, or if I didn't make any friends. She said that Miss Tate would help me feel better if I was sad. She would also make sure I didn't have to play by myself. All good teachers will do that. You don't have to worry about being by yourself. The next day, Clifford and I were playing hide and seek when a letter came in the mail. It was from my teacher. Hey, that reminds me about some of the things I've mailed to all of you. I didn't want you to forget about me, so I would mail you things. Wonder what his letter says, or her letter says from Miss Tate. The letter said that each kindergartner could bring something from home to school on the first day to help make them feel comfortable. I knew exactly what I was going to bring. What do you think she wants to bring? Oh, Clifford, because she just loves, look at these hearts in the picture. That means she just loves Clifford, her dog. On the first day of kindergarten, Miss Tate greeted us at the classroom door. She was very surprised to see Clifford. All of the other kids brought stuffed animals, toys, or blankets. They all smiled when they saw Clifford. doesn't quite fit through the door though, does he? Maybe he's just going to hang out right there. Look at everybody's face. They look a little surprised, don't they? Emily Elizabeth looks pretty happy. It was time for school to start. I said goodbye to my mom. She must have got Clifford in the door. Maybe this front door is a little bit bigger. It looks like it's a bigger one than the classroom door. They're all saying goodbye to Mom. We sat in a circle, and Miss Tate taught us a welcome song. So you might have circle time at kindergarten, just like we did in preschool. Clifford tried to sing along too, but all he could do was howl. Dogs can't sing, can they? They might think they're singing, but they're howling. Looks like a good time there in that kindergarten classroom. Then we all took turns going to the front of the class to answer a question on the board. Miss Tate asked the question, and we wrote yes or no. Hey, that reminds me, do you remember at the beginning of our school year? And we did it to, I think almost Christmas. I'd have a question of the day that you all got to answer. And they're doing something very similar. And their question is, did you play outside this weekend? Yeah, so this is something we typically talked about at circle time. So especially on Mondays, everybody was excited to see each other, and we would take time and share about what we did over the weekend, if we did anything fun or special, or if we played outside or what we played with. So that's what they're doing. And she even let Clifford have a turn. She had Clifford's name up there. Oh, he's trying to write. I don't think he can write very well. Maybe he didn't go to preschool. What do you think? Look, his teacher is ducking. She doesn't want to get hit. And these kids are just having a good laugh, aren't they? We practiced writing letters and words. Some kids were nervous about writing. Clifford gave them kisses to help them feel better. Oh, nothing like a dog kiss, right? Oh, look at these. Why do you think there are wet drops, like almost raindrops? Yep, they're from his wet tongue. Unfortunately, his kisses were very slobbery. Oh goodness, look at their papers. They are dripping with Clifford slobber. Next, Miss Tate asked us to paint a picture of home. We drew lots of pictures. It was your favorite thing to draw was a house. Remember how I showed you a really easy way to draw the house? Yep, it was a square with a triangle on top. Clifford missed home as much as I did. When he saw my painting, he started wagging his tail really fast. Oops! He knocked over some of the water and paint with his tail. Uh-oh. Take a look. He wiped them all out, didn't he? Yep, Emily Elizabeth must have done really good with the picture of the house, because Clifford knew exactly what she drew. Clifford rolled around on the floor to try and clean it up. Well, at least he cleans up his own messes, right? That's a good thing. Finally, it was time for lunch. I was so hungry. So was Clifford. Look how big that bowl of dog food is. It's almost as big as their tables. It's a lot of dog food. Everyone loved Clifford so much they wanted to give him treats. But Miss Tate said we needed to eat our own food so we could have energy for the rest of the school day. I don't think I really want to try his dog food, but the kids wanted to feed him their lunch, didn't they? At recess, everyone wanted to play with Clifford. We made lots of friends on the playground. Clifford's tail is a great jump rope, and his nose is the best slide. Oh, they're using his tail for a jump rope? Look, everyone's having fun with Clifford. Oh, and there's the slide. Down his nose, and it looks like the tongue catches him so you can land on your feet. That would be fun. At nap time, we were all tired from playing outside, but we weren't used to sleeping on the rug. It was hard to get comfortable. That's when Clifford had an idea. So here they are, trying to get comfortable for nap time. And remember, we've talked about when people have a light bulb moment, that means they have an idea. I can't imagine what Clifford's idea is, do you? Guess we better turn the page to find out. Clifford let everyone snuggle up with him. Soon we all fell fast asleep. Miss Tate was happy we were able to nap. We still had a long school day ahead of us. Clifford saved nap time. We woke up ready for the rest of the school day. Oh, look at that. Everyone is so nice and cozy with Clifford. I think I'd fall asleep too. Bringing Clifford to my first day of kindergarten was a big success. I can't wait to go back to school tomorrow. Do you think she'll bring Clifford back tomorrow? Probably not. Just like in our other book, Dex didn't need to have Rufus come with him the second day. He was afraid he would get lost, and maybe she'll be afraid, although I can't imagine Clifford getting lost, can you? All right, friends, see you later.